Hello everybody, how y'all doing today? Comical Gesture here. Welcome to Lab of the Dead. Actually, this is just going to be like a 20-minute showcase showing Lab of the Dead, and I'm actually not going to be playing this. My good friend Andrew, say hi Andrew.
What's up guys?
He's going to be playing this game, and I've played this long ago when I was playing Road of the Dead. I had a series going on that. I was also remembering Lab of the Dead. It was made by the same people and just a different playstyle. So Andrew here is going to be taking control of the mouse. That's all you need for this game is the mouse.
Right.
And then he's going to click here to play. And we're going to jump in Lab of the Dead. Newgrounds. Lab of the Dead contains graphic violence that may not be suited for younger audiences. So please do be careful if you're not old enough to watch these things. Of course, that wouldn't stop someone from playing it anyway. But, click new game.
My name is
There's no
Dr.
other
Alan
option
C.
for it.
Tyler. This is my first research log. I'm part of a surviving group, and unfortunately, the only scientist. It's been 4 days since what I can only colloquially refer to as a zombie apocalypse. We were smart enough to leave the city and lucky enough to find this underground scientific complex in the middle of nowhere. I suppose I better get to work right away. Whatever they were doing here, they captured hundreds of zombies and locked them up in a huge storage room. I need to bring a specimen in here so I can start my research.
Alright, so as Andrew does his own little thing here, I'll go speaking a bit. So, if you didn't understand, you are a scientist and you're trying to research for a cure of the zombie apocalypse. So you're doing various research and tests on zombies, seeing how they react to certain things, and what will happen when you get further into it. The more that you discover something new, the higher research points you'll get, and you can use that for upgrades to help you commit further research towards the zombie apocalypse. So choose a specimen, my dear friend. Choose a specimen. I guess we're going with the lady.
I brought my first specimen from the storage room to the lab. I'm only going to take the anatomically intact ones. That'll give me more latitude in my tests. The specimen's default state of mind seems to be of mild aggressiveness and a general lack of intellect. I wonder if I can alter this condition with physical and social interactions.
In order to understand zombies, I'll have to use weapons, food, and various objects to trigger responses from the specimen and affect its brain state. Triggering reactions from the specimen will give me research points, RP, and alter its brain state in various ways. I should always keep track of my research objects in order to progress.
Alright, so, don't worry guys, don't freak out. The lady does have a lack of clothing on, but that's all. There's not really going to show you anything beyond that, so... Andrew just has the direct look for the ladies, so... her and her exposed rib cage. So you can choose to, you'll have a pistol, you have a beach ball, and you have a stick. Now you can kill the zombie, so do be careful, but click on the weapons real quick.
Oh, okay.
So you see these numbers that are right underneath the names? Those are the amount of actions you can do with that thing. So you have 6 actions that you can use the pistol on, and you can have 3 actions with the beach ball, and then 6 actions with the stick. Click the beach ball, the neutral reaction. That means that when the zombie has no specific hatred nor liking to you, then it's just a neutral reaction. Now click the stick. Now they show you 6 regions that you can smack them with the stick. Same goes for the pistol. So you can click on the legs, the torso, the arms, or the head. And if you shoot a zombie in the head, obviously it's going to be dead. So, and then when you kill the zombie, you're going to have to get a new specimen.
Right. Just like in The Walking Dead.
I guess so. I don't watch that series, so... one thing I do know is whenever a zombie is dead, you actually don't have
The working conditions here are far
amount
from
of zombies.
decent.
There's
This
an
lab
unlimited
is in a
zombies
terrible
now.
state.
So you can kill them all
But
you
if I
want.
can stay organized,
It's just
I
what
think
helps
I'll
progress the
manage.
game.
Therefore, I will
And
archive
whatever
all
action
of
you
my
do
findings.
will affect the
That will
zombie's
allow me to
mood.
consult them
So if
easily
you
whenever
continue
I
smacking
need
it with
to.
a stick, it's going to get aggressive and angry. If you keep like giving it a gift for some reason and it really likes the gift, it'll start to be kind and not so destructive. I guess would be a good way to not really put it. because zombies are always destructive. It's just how much you do. So the data folder, please read on, Andrew. Tell me what it says.
I'll keep my research data organized. This way I can easily access my research logs, my achievements, various statistics, and more information about my group. I will add further data files as I progress. Note: completing achievements will greatly help my research progress. See data achievements.
Alright.
Oh.
Let's close it up. So, before we go into anything, let's have a look at what each tab is. So, all the way to the left will be your objectives. You click on that, and it will show you your objectives. So, you need to use items on the specimen. This is what you need to do to actually progress in the story. So, you need to use items on the specimen, use any item you want, however many times, and then that fills that out. To discover enough reactions, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. You got to find a new reaction with each. To discover enough reactions, you need to discover a new reaction. So your zombie will act a certain way, and then if you do the exact same thing and it acts the exact same way, it will not count for a new reaction. So you gotta always, to be able to progress, you gotta always try and experiment and find new reactions from new objects. So click close real quick, and then click on the weapons. So these are the weapons. As you see, you did the beach ball and the stick. They both have 1 out of 6, so that means you have accomplished 1 reaction out of the 6 possible reactions done. You have done 0 with the pistol, but let's not use the pistol just yet. Let's go through all the tabs before we do that. Food. You give food. You have a limited amount. The numbers at the bottom underneath the item are the amount of food that you have. So you have 4 reactions for each of these things, and you have a limited number of items. So if you keep getting the same reaction, it's not going to let you get a new reaction from it, and you will just be losing food. So please do be cautious with how much food you actually use. Moving on to the next object. Objects, so to speak. You give them a book, and they will have a new reaction. You can actually give them a pistol, loaded. So do be cautious. I don't know why you think giving a zombie a pistol is a good idea, especially if it's loaded. But hey, you know. Then you can give them a pistol that is unloaded, and then you can give them the stick that you beat the crap out of them with. You have 3 sticks, and you also have 12 bullets. Then click on data, and that's your research log. Clicking on that will allow you to essentially go over the various journals that you had. Like, you know, when he's talking in front, he has that recorder in front of his mouth. These will replay them for you. So this will allow you to be able to listen to anything if you don't remember what it was, or if you want to just hear some story. Back to data. Then achievements are the various achievements that you can accomplish throughout the game. There's a whole lot of them. I've never gotten them all because I have never played the game long enough. I actually don't think I've ever really beaten the game because this is a really, really long game. Like,
understandable.
Sometimes you have to kill a zombie, like, to get a reaction, and then you got to build that zombie, like a new zombie, all the way back up, and then kill it with a different reaction, just to see what happens. Like, it's a really long game. It's very time consuming.
I would imagine so.
Yes. And then stats and credits. Stats will show you total, respects, the various stats that you get throughout the game. It keeps record of all of it. And research completion is how much research you have. Once it gets to 100%, there's absolutely nothing else for the game. You have researched everything, and you're all good to go. Credits are just the credits of the people who have made the game. There you go, guys. These are the people who created it. Give them credit for what they've done. Back to basics. And then options. Options are the music, sounds, subtitles, voices, all of that stuff. Quality of the game. That's about it. There's nothing else to it. And then the menu, all the way at the very end, just takes you back to the main screen. This actually does not delete your progress unless you click New Game. If you click Resume, you'll just continue from where you left off. So go ahead, Andrew. Now that we have explained these to the tab, explore a bit. Try some new things. Whatever you want to do. You can also shoot the zombies in the leg, the torso, and the arms if you want. I just don't really think he's fond of it. So right there it said new basic reaction research points 20, max research points achieved, and mood minus. You can improve their mood or decrease their mood. If you decrease their mood, that's going to make them very aggressive. If you improve their mood, then that's going to, well, make them more calm when around you. And so that will be a different reaction when using the same item. Now, one thing that you can do later in the game, once you get to a certain thing, they will allow you to research the actual zombie, and if you research the zombie, you'll be able to use specific items that will be related to the zombie, and then you will be able to improve or decrease its mood drastically. But that's later into the game. Right now, we're going to just stick with this. You give it some meat, and what does the zombie do? Eat it.
Nom 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 nom.
Day 3. In order to fully
That
understand
improves
these
its mood,
creatures,
but
I will have to
decreases its
explore the
humanity
full
and its
spectrum
hunger.
of their emotional responses. I believe that their mental
There's
state
a
is
lot of
key to
details
finding
into
a
this
solution.
game. Like, there's no
I don't
lie.
believe in a cure. Controlling them is what I'm after. I must also be careful with my own mental state. One of the others asked me if I ever sleep. It made me realize I haven't slept much since we got here. There's just too much work to do.
Research, specimen, and items.
I've created a research folder to study my specimen. Researching my specimen will reveal its profile and what items will give me better results. The specimen data has been added to my data folder. Note, furthermore, by passing and holding an item, I can access its file and do research on it to find the requirements of each possible reaction.
Alright, so head to the close and head to the data tab. Or was it? Yeah, alright. Specimen data. That will tell you the specimen, like the current zombie you have. The mood is 44.8%.
49, sir.
That is 49, my apologies. I'm a little bit away from the screen, so... essentially, it's of a scale of 100, and the 50 is like the mark of it. So, if it's in the upper 50s, it's going to have a better mood. If it's in the negative or below 50s, it's going to have a negative mood, and it's going to start hating you. Humanity, that is essentially how humane it acts. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then hunger is just how hungry it is. Each of these things can have a different reaction with each time, but you need to research the specimen more to be able to unlock the data for the appropriate items to use and also more information about it themselves. So we got a new tab showing up, which is research right next to data, and that will you can use respect points to research your specimen. Or did I say respect points? Oh, what do you know? GTA, right there. But honestly, I don't know how many respect points you can possibly get. I don't know if there's a limited set or if there's unlimited. But I know after a certain amount of time, research points tend to go away. So, like, if you keep doing the same reaction, you won't continue getting research points from it. So I don't know if there's a limited amount or if there's unlimited. Okay, you gotta use your research points because now you're wasting some time, so... Researching specimen. So, what do you think of the lady?
Meh, what do you think?
She's the lady?
Was.
That's true. She's not really a top-notch performer, though. She's got that beaver bowl.
That deadness.
She's got that rotting corpse feeling. Yes, I do agree. You know, what with the gaping hole inside her abdomen.
And then all these, like, just missing a jaw, you know.
Yeah, I mean, she could be doing a little better for herself, you know?
Fun fact, did you know that getting the zombie apocalypse virus is very bad for your health?
I did not know that getting the zombie apocalypse
My
virus
research
is
is
bad for
complete.
your health.
I should
Alright,
review
so let's
my
review
findings.
what we have researched on this beautiful young gal.
Knowing this about my specimen will help me
From the
control it.
broken music player found on the specimen, she was clearly a music lover. Appreciates item, music player, radio, and cell phone. We don't have any of those items. Beautiful. That research was totally worth it.
So let's get us a new specimen.
Oh, you could have
Damn,
done more research
that's a
before
shame.
that part. But okay.
I need to get
you
a
know,
new specimen from
whatever
the
you
storage
want.
room.
Go to the storeroom to get a new specimen. We could get Wally the farmer. Weapons. So beach ball. You're probably going to get the same reaction as the other ones. Oh, you got max
Oh, he
research
didn't-
points. Alright, so do you want to spend your research points before we try this again? See if there's anything else you can research on this dude?
Let's do a little bit more.
Alright. New reaction, chest.
Day 4. The rest of the group are mostly military men led by Captain Wood.
Captain Wood.
I'm grateful to him for keeping me alive this far, but he clearly does not understand what I'm doing here. My research is going slow without his support. I'll need to improve my methodologies and get better at altering the specimen's state of mind to achieve quicker results.
Research techniques. My research folder now contains techniques that I should research to improve my methodologies. I should be able to come up with more techniques and to research as I progress. The first technique I want to improve is my maximum research points, RP. I should check my research folder and tackle that problemo.
Awesome. So if you head to the research tab, techniques, you can improve your maximum RP.
Let's go ahead and do it!
Awesome. So, how's Farmer Willie?
Farmer Willie's dead.
Yeah, he's kind of got a hole in his head now. Like, how did he get those holes in his head, I wonder?
That's a good question.
Like,
Got me.
It's so awkwardly placed on his scalp.
And I love how it's like symmetrical on his head.
That's true. Like, they're like just two lines gashed on equally on his head. It's so unique. Way to go, Willie. I think his name's like changing every time I say it. 80% done. We are almost through with researching this man. Who wants to give you a hug? Would you hug Willie?
No.
I'm done with my research. I need to review them.
Let's see what he's got to tell us.
This will help me work better.
By optimizing my general workflow, I am now able to tackle research projects of larger scales. Oh yeah, I forgot. We weren't doing the research on the guy. We were just improving a technique. Okay. Well, sad to say that we did not get to know what he likes. Want to give him a kebab? He's liking it. Oh, you got something stuck there. I like how it's clipping through his beard. Alright, research points 40. That's good. Let's see what objects he can handle. The stick. Well, that went about just as well as I expected.
Let's try the unloaded pistol.
Alrighty.
He don't care.
He don't like it. Give him the loaded one then.
Alrighty.
The exact same thing, just with the new reaction.
How about with the book?
Let's see. Let's see. Nope, but he held it for a second.
He was thinking about it. He was thinking about it.
He wanted to read. Give him some literature. Alright. So, let's see. Oh, try and hit him with the stick on the left arm.
Wait. That's left.
Oh, it says right arm for some
Day
reason.
5.
That's weird.
This complex was crawling with zombies when we found it. The labs have been ransacked, the equipment destroyed, and the documents burned. Captain Wood's clearing the place with machine guns and grenades didn't exactly help much either. I need to find some information on what they were doing here. Clearly, since they were storing zombies, they were studying them as well. There must be remaining pieces of research data that have not been completely lost. For future reference, I will call the previous team Alpha Team.
Alpha Team material.
I'm not sure there are research tapes I'm sure there are research tapes and documents from the Alpha Team laying around the complex. I'll need to find those as they are essential to understand what happened here and what they are studying on the what they are studying on the specimens. Note, of course, my tapes. By tapes, I do mean memory cards. Nobody still uses tapes. I can research the tapes and notes from my research folder and consult them in the data folder.
Alright. Well,
Excuse me.
New research options. Well, alrighty then. Actually, that about wraps it up for this episode. So, this has just been a showcase, but if you guys want this to actually turn into an actual episode series, I will do the best I can to drag Andrew in here so he can continue learning about the ways of the zombie. How do you feel about that, Andrew?
I can change the world.
He believes he can solve the zombie apocalypse. That's what I heard. But anyway, that about wraps it up for this episode. So thank you all for joining me today. I'm pretty sure that this has been interesting for so far. And Andrew, are you excited to solve the zombie apocalypse?
I can do it.
He can do it! Alright, so depending on the public view, you might have to do it on your own time, my friend. But if they like it enough, then you can do it here with me. Anyways, that's about it. So I'll see you guys next time. As always, keep joking, my friends.